Hi guys, welcome to my review on the Let's Play I did on Dragon Age 2. This one's going to be a little bit different than my usual reviews because I did do a three-part playthrough of the game where I played as each of the three main classes. So at the end of the review, I'm going to actually give my personal opinions of the three classes and how I recommend playing as them. Anyway, let's get started. The graphics Dragon Age 2, I'd give that a... well, this one's actually very difficult due to all the stuff that appear in the game. Overall, though, I would give the graphics probably around a 7.5 out of 10. This is mostly due to the fact that in some armor sets and some character designs, specifically facial features and whatnot, they reuse a lot of the aspects from other characters. Some armor textures actually are 2D, which gives them a flat look. This is very prevalent when you play as a rogue character and you have some cloth clothing. Also in mages, when you have the robes that look like the chantry clothing. They give a sort of 2D look to it in some locations, yet 3D in others. It's kind of weird looking in my opinion. The storyline. Now, I haven't played Dragon Age 1, so I can't really give a full grasping of the storyline for Dragon Age, the franchise, which I don't usually do anyway. But I really liked Dragon Age 2's storyline. I give it an 8 out of 10. There were some weird bits to it, specifically when it comes to the individual personality traits of your character. They usually just get tossed aside unless it is a big moment. But 9 times out of 10, if you play as a humorous or charming character, they just sort of either act a little weird or just outright ignore your response. Usually when you are diplomatic, it does that as well, but when you're aggressive, they have the more dramatic responses to it. But it's still a little weird that, you know, they just sort of ignore some of the stuff you say, and usually listen to Varric or one of your other party members, or just go a basic generalization of what you said. It's a little weird to me. That's just how I got it, by the way. The sound, I really like the music, I really do. I also like the way the spell sounds, the attacks, the voice acting. I really like it. So I give it a 9 out of 10. There are some problems with it that I had, specifically with audio when you're talking. Sometimes it will cut in and out while you're talking, and I really didn't care for that too much. I'm not sure if it was prevalent in the recordings, but it happened a lot when I was playing by myself, and it was just really jarring for them to suddenly start talking, all of a sudden cut off, and then half a second later pick back up with continuing their sentence, as if it never happened. It was really weird. Gameplay, I give that a 8 out of 10, I think. No, 9 out of 10. I really enjoy the gameplay mechanic. The use of one of the shoulder buttons to switch between a different set of the square, triangle, circle, X buttons, or whatever it is on the 360 or the computer, really did help make your character your own. And I really enjoyed that, and I kind of wish there were more options to it, like if you use a different shoulder button, it does it as well. But I understand why they didn't do it, because, well, you ran out of buttons. Excuse me. The character customization as well, I enjoyed a lot. You really do get the feeling that you are making your character unique to, say, someone else's. And it really a lot of fun. I love all the skill trees for each of the classes. A lot of fun. Overall, I would give Dragon Age 2 a 8 out of 10. Really good game, a lot of fun. I've heard a lot of problems from it from the Dragon Age community, but it's really a good game, and it really does give you a feeling that you are picking a side between something that's going to happen that's going to be bigger. Like you're at the start of a central conflict that's going to happen. And I really hope Inquisition plays on that. As for the individual classes, now I enjoyed each of the classes. Neither of them made me felt weak or useless. Rogues are very quick and very powerful if you level them up properly. Warriors are obviously the tank, especially if you have a two-handed sword. Mages are just crowd control. It's a lot of fun. The rogues are my preferred class. At the very beginning, they start out weak because they don't have a lot of attack damage and they focus mostly on cunning and dexterity. But as they get into higher levels, you just start cutting away at people's health. It's just insane. If you want to make a good rogue character, I recommend focusing on the two-handed, the dual weapon section, assassination, and stealth. These will give you great damage dealing abilities and whatnot. After you get those sold out properly, you can switch over to archery for more crowd control. For a warrior, I recommend on two-handed swords. They have the greatest crowd control as well, and still have the ability to take damage and deal it back. So I recommend focusing solely on two-handed until that's mastered, then going to Templar, and I can't remember the other ones right off the top of my head. But it's a lot of fun playing as that class as well. If you are doing a mage character, it's really all a preference. I chose to do a ice and earth mage build due to the backstory of the character I was designing. So even if you don't choose fire, which has the greatest AoE effects, it's still very powerful. It all comes down to your preference on what type of spells you like. I do recommend Force Mage for the ability just to control and pull enemies. It's a lot of fun. So each of the classes have their own perks and their own downsides, their own pros and cons. But it all comes down to how you want to play the game. I highly recommend a rogue. They're a lot more fun in my opinion, but that's just me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the Let's Play, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I will see you in Inquisition. Bye!